The title of today's class is Betrayal, How to Deal with It, Part 2. Betrayal, How to Deal with It, Part 2. We saw in Part 1 how all betrayal is really betrayal of self. All betrayal is really betrayal of self. We went into the characteristics of betrayal, typically the breaking of your word, whether it's implied or in writing or verbal. We went into the harm that it causes. We talked about the betrayal of one another, betrayal of self, betrayal of the prophets, betrayal of our covenant with God. So we also talked about the good news in that hardship makes us strong, and we're grateful so that we're becoming stronger from the hardships regardless of how they come, betrayal being one of the great hardships in life. We also got to see how, but more we're betrayed, the more we yearn to meet the loyal one, the more we yearn to meet the true friend. And by that yearning, we come to understand who we need to become. We want to become that true friend. We want to become that loyal one. We want to become that for which we desire. We give that which we seek. To be the loyal one. You be the loyal one. You be the true friend. So that's some of the lessons and the benefits we get from our betrayers. They become, in a sense, our teachers. Our teachers not to just make us sour and bitter, but to learn and to grow in compassion and to grow in strength. Now, what ultimately causes people to betray one another? What is the bottom cause underneath it all? The bottom cause of all betrayal, of all negativity actually, is always vulnerability. Vulnerability is the cause of betrayal. Why do I say that? Well, the person may, let's say, cheat you out of money, betray you, betray his word or her word. And why? Well, they might feel, well, I need the money to eat, to feed my family, or to survive socially so that I can keep up a social survival where I look good to the public. To that person, that's social survival. Or survival in terms of needing vacation so they can rest up. However they feel it's tied into their survival, it becomes almost like, if I don't get this, I won't make it. Because they're vulnerable, they're fragile, they're insecure. And if I don't have this money, then my self-esteem will go down because I won't be able to dress in nice suits, I won't be able to have a nice car. People will not respect me as much. So to survive again in a social way, to have respect of others, and then if you respect me, then maybe I can respect myself. Because people ultimately in society don't care how you got the money, they just respect that you've got it. If you're a professional killer, they don't know. I mean, I don't even care if they did know, and it's all status based on your money. So the person's doing this out of vulnerability. If I don't have this money, I won't survive socially or even physically. I want to get your reaction when I talk about the fundamental cause, and I'm going to talk about it at a number of levels, but I'm starting off with the fundamental cause is vulnerability. Emotional and physical vulnerability is the cause of all betrayal of one person to another. What are your thoughts about that, Maheen?
I don't know. I never thought about it that betrayal is coming from the vulnerability. So when you said that, I'm just trying to think, to understand and grasp it, that coming from vulnerability, and I think, yeah, I can see it.
You might have somebody who cheated, for instance, somebody cheats somebody out of their inheritance, and they say, well, let's say the person's 60 years old, says, well, I might live 30 more years without this, I need this money to live in, in comfort and secure for the next 30 years, so they cheat you out of your inheritance, which, by the way, happened to me. So the person really was insecure about her future, took that money. Insecurity. How will I make it in old age? Who's going to look after me? Insecurity.